Okay guys, welcome to our Araki Dive Shop. We're here to do you the Paddy open water course today. The whole dive course is basically centred around safety. I've been diving for 25 years and I've never actually had a problem underwater. The whole course is there to teach you if you do have a problem underwater, what to do about it so you come out of it safely.
What's the story with eating before you get in the water?
No problems at all with eating before you get in the water. Usually we do 2 dives in a day and there's a lunchtime in between. Doesn't cause any problems.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think what he's really trying to bring up is I had a brother, he's done quite a lot of diving. He had a packet of cheese sizzlers that exploded in his stomach because he came up too quick from a deep sea dive. Thoughts? Carry on.
We're going to start off in the shallow end. We're not going to throw you on the deep end. It's not a matter of going to tell you something out of here at the side of the swimming pool.
It's always important when you're doing a dive type story or what we call an underwater story, always use underwater camera, okay, or underwater housing. We've got one right here. It's an underwater housing for our camera. I'm just going to look at that. It's quite simple, really.
One trick is before you jump in the water, spit on your mask and wriggle it around your finger and rinse it off in the bucket over there.
If I could just interrupt there, I did a course a few years back and we were taught to do wheeze our masks, stop them fogging up.
Was that a dive course or was it something completely different?
It was just a course, Neil. What interests you about diving?
Well, just the environment, being out of the water. It's kind of different environment, the atmosphere, seeing all the different creatures down there.
What sort of creature probably most interests you if you're going to see like a manta ray or...?
Probably the dugong. Dugong interests me. It's a pretty big creature.
The dugong man, or sea cow, is a marine animal which can grow to about 3 meters in length and weigh as much as 400 kilograms.
They look a lot bigger underwater.
Back in the swimming pool again, you've been doing incredibly well so far. The gas that goes into the tanks is under incredibly high pressure. For the old timers amongst you, you're looking at about 3,500 psi, so it's a lot of pressure in there, but it is just normal air.
If I can just interrupt there, it's a good point, which we've been talking about. I had an uncle, Kenny, just on safety, and he actually dove over 65 meters with a barbecue gas bottle attached to his back instead of the normal bottle. That is going to make a difference, isn't it, to your overall breathing.
Particularly below about 5 meters, you have a tendency to notice there's something really, really wrong quite quickly.
But the point is we had to sort of cook everything on the electric barbecue after that because the gas was gone. Carry on. What excites you about diving?
Study of underwater sea mammals, things like that.
Dugongs are more closely related to elephants than to marine mammals such as whales and dolphins, but their closest living aquatic relatives are the manatees.
I just want to talk about the flippers for a moment. I mean, obviously, someone like Rick, who is familiar with the dugong type scenario where they have flippers all the time anyway.
They are quite a necessary part of diving, but we actually call them fins, for those interested in this sort of terminology. Okay guys, as we were talking about before, the air that goes into these tanks is just air, highly filtered, is under high pressure. Comes out of there, goes into the first stage of your regulator.
Yeah, that's all well and good, but as you know, I do quite a lot of the deep sea stuff, yeah. And we use a different mixture. I got my own mixture going on. It's a bit of a sort of mixture of sort of like carbon gases and stuff, and we also use a bit of the old
Video healing as well, and that's what helps us, you know, to stay underwater longer.
And the whole point is, I suppose what I'm trying to say is, got my own thing going on there. Like,
you carry on, you probably got things done. That's fine. It's all right, yeah.
Dugongs have poor eyesight but acute hearing. The slow breeding rate and long lifespan mean that dugongs are particularly susceptible to factors that threaten their survival.
Okay guys, now moving right on now.
thanks, mate.